He doesn't really have an explanation for his actions, other than that he did it because he could. Asked in an interview with the New York Times why he went to such lengths to rescue so many children, Winton replied, "One saw the problem there, that a lot of these children were in danger, and you had to get them to what was called a safe haven, and there was no organization to do that. Why did I do it? Why do people do different things? Some people revel in taking risks, and some go through life taking no risks at all." It's estimated more than 6,000 people owe their lives to Winton. Winton's efforts saved 669 lives. All the children who were interviewed years later showed immense gratitude. Almost all the children rescued were orphaned as a result of WWII and remained in Britain or emigrated to places like Israel and the United States. These children, no longer children, still refer to themselves endearingly as Winton's children. Counting the children Winton saved and all their descendants, the number who owe their lives to British Schindler estimated to be more than 6,000. He wasn't able to escape German suspicion, but had enough money to pay them off. Winton collected funds from generous donors in Britain, but came up a bit short of the amount needed to get all the children to the UK. So he subsidized the costs himself. Winton spent a lot of his money bribing German officers. When the long lines for his office garnered suspicion from the Gestapo, Winton bribed them to ignore it. In Prague, Winton kept the chief of the Gestapo in his back pocket, and even bribed officers appointed at key train stations to ignore the influx of Jewish children traveling under false papers. He relied mostly on the generosity of strangers to foster the children. He relied mostly on the generosity of strangers to foster the children. One trainload of children never made it to England. Winton scheduled 9 trains to ferry children out of Prague to London. Only 8 made it out of Czechoslovakia. The final trail was set to leave on September 3, 1939, the day Britain declared against Germany. Winton recalled, within hours of the announcement, the train disappeared. None of the 250 children on board was seen again. We had 250 families waiting at Liverpool Street that day in vain. If the train had been a day earlier, it would have come through. Not a single one of those children was heard of again, which is an awful feeling. He forged huge amounts of paperwork to get the children to safety. In 1938, Winton, a stockbroker, traveled to Czechoslovakia at the behest of his friend Martin Blake, who worked for the British Committee for Refugees from Czechoslovakia. Winton agreed to go because he feared WWII was unavoidable and wanted to do what he could to help. Noting the increased danger Jewish people faced there, and a lack of rescue options available to them in Czechoslovakia, he decided to take action. Winton initially met with families and their children at a hotel room in Prague. When the efforts grew, he and his colleagues opened an office. With a lot of help, Winton printed photos of children and petitioned for them be fostered in England, eventually placing all the children with families. However, the Home Office didn't reply in time with visas, so Winton forged them. Between March and August 1939, 669 children were transported from Prague to London by rail and sea. In this period, Winton organized 8 train journeys for various groups of children. To get the children on the trains, Winton forged travel documents. The BBC reunited him with some of the children he saved on live TV. The BBC reunited him with some of the children he saved on live TV. Hardly anyone knew about his heroic efforts till his wife discovered his secret nearly half a century later. Hardly anyone knew about his heroic efforts till his wife discovered his secret nearly half a century later.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.